This book is titled Rattlesnakes, and it's another book about snakes by Ted O'Hare, the same gentleman that wrote the one about coral snakes that I just read you. This one is Rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes. There are about 70 kinds of rattlesnakes. Like all snakes, they are reptiles. Rattlesnakes are members of the Crotallidae family, and they all contain venom. The famous rattlesnake rattle is made of connected parts of hard material. A new part of the tail is added each time the snake sheds. This is a big eastern diamondback rattlesnake, and he's lost part of his rattle. The western diamondback rattlesnake is America's western states, is one of the largest rattlesnakes. That's the western diamondback rattlesnake. He looks mad, doesn't he? Where they live. Rattlesnakes live in the deserts, mountains, woods, and swamps of much of the United States and Mexico. Some species are found in Central and South America. Rattlesnakes are actually very shy. They hide in the burrows of other animals and under bushes. These places keep the snakes warm in the winter and cool in the summer. The rare Aruba rattlesnake lives in a rocky, sandy habitat on the island of Aruba in the West Indies. There he is, the Aruba rattlesnake. Like all rattlers, this Central American rattlesnake must coil before it can strike. Central American rattlesnake. He looks kind of mad too, but he's coiling up, and that means he's ready to strike. What they look like. Rattlesnakes come in different sizes. They all have scales that create different patterns. Some have bands, and others have diamond patterns on their backs. The dusky pygmy rattlesnake in Florida is one of the smallest rattlesnakes. This is the dusky pygmy rattlesnake, and he lives in South Florida. He has a different pattern, doesn't he? Did you know the pygmy rattlesnake is about 18 inches long, but the eastern diamondback can grow to 5 feet. It's about as tall as Mimi again. Their senses. The rattlesnake uses its tongue to pick up the scent of its prey. Then the Jacobson's organ in the roof of the snake's mouth analyzes the scent. This tells the snake what is nearby. When the prey is close, the snake can see it. The snake also uses 2 heat receptor pits on its face to give it the location of the prey. As soon as the prey is close enough, the rattlesnake strikes. A black-tailed rattlesnake in Arizona flicks its long black tongue. This is a black-tailed rattlesnake. And look at his tongue, it's black. Still looks kind of mad, doesn't he? The head and mouth. The rattlesnake has a wide head shaped like a triangle. Hollow fangs are folded against the roof of the snake's mouth. These are extended when the snake bites. Muscles around the venom glands pump the venom through the fangs into the prey. And this is the head of an eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Yikes. So, you can see the heat receptor pit, his nostril, That's his eye, of course. These are his fangs. This is the sheath. This is his windpipe. And this is the lower jaw teeth. So he does have a few little teeth in the lower jaw. The snake's jaws can stretch wide, which lets the snake swallow its prey whole. The windpipe extends from the throat to the front of the mouth, and this allows the snake to breathe while it's swallowing its prey. A mouse stays one step ahead of a western diamondback rattler, but not for long. See? He found the mouse. After biting its prey, the rattler begins to swallow it whole. So he bit the mouse, and now he's swallowing him whole. Did you know? Because the rattlesnake is deaf, it cannot hear its own rattle. I did not know that. Baby rattlesnakes. The eastern diamondback rattlesnake gives birth to 10 to 15 babies. This takes place in the late summer or early fall. The babies are about 12 inches long and weigh about 3 ounces. The baby snakes can take care of themselves right away. A baby eastern diamondback is no larger than a pine cone, but it already has a powerful venomous bite. So this is a baby eastern diamondback rattlesnake. And here's a pine cone. If you've ever seen a pine cone, this baby snake is about the same size. The eastern Massasauga rattlesnake is small even as an adult, but baby Massasaugas are leaf-sized. This is a Massasauga rattlesnake. This is a baby. Look, he's sitting on a leaf. He's really tiny, but still venomous. Did you know within a year, the eastern diamondback weighs 4 pounds and may be 3 feet long? Wow, that's pretty big and pretty long just for a 1-year-old snake. Their prey. The rattlesnake relies on its brownish color to keep it hidden. This is good natural camouflage. This also means that the rattlesnake can surprise its enemies. Mice, rats, birds, and lizards are its usual prey. The rattlesnake injects its venom. Then it waits for the prey to die. A sidewinder rattler of the American West lies camouflaged on desert soil. That is a sidewinder rattlesnake. He has a different pattern as well, doesn't he? Did you know a large rattlesnake can swallow a 5-pound rabbit? Their defense. When a rattlesnake is unable to hide from its enemy, it will flee. But sometimes it cannot get away. Then the snake coils its body and shakes its rattle to let the enemy know it's there. The sound of the rattle can be heard about 100 feet away. If the snake thinks the enemy is too close, it will strike. Like any rattlesnake, this red diamond rattler will usually warn of its presence by shaking its rattle, but don't count on it. A red diamond rattler. He's got a different color to him, doesn't he? And he shakes his rattle, which is right here, but remember, they're deaf. They can't even hear it. But we can. Coiled and nervous, a western diamondback prepares to strike. If You ever see a rattlesnake kind of looking like that S? You better get back. He's ready to strike, which means he's ready to bite. Rattlesnakes and people. People are the rattlesnake's biggest enemy. This is because people are destroying the snake's habitat. We're destroying the places that they live and eat. A bite to a human can be very dangerous and needs to be treated immediately. Rattlesnakes help farmers by eating the mice and rats that destroy the farmers' crops. Scientists are learning more about the human body by studying the snake's venom. Rattlesnakes.